live on? I know Facebook.
We live on YouTube, STN Radio. I am the boy Mo Divine, and we live on Sunday. Y'all know we usually don't even be live on Sunday, but today we got a special occasion. You know what I'm saying? Got baby sis in here, man. She came in to talk about mental health. You know what I'm saying? And when you said that you wanted to talk about mental health, I was all for it, because a lot of times in here we talk about everything that's not really serious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, this give us a chance to tackle a real topic. You know what I'm saying? So with no further ado, I want to introduce y'all to my baby sis, my girl's little sister, Rochelle, y'all.
Rochelle. I'm nervous.
You nervous? Look at her.
No. I ain't nervous. I ain't nervous at all.
Hey, I can pull some flyers out. I've been trying to get you up here for like 2 years. Hey, she coming, y'all.
Hey, look, I got y'all. I'm here now. Okay. I'm here now. It's 2024. I'm supposed to be here in 21?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, but it's cool though, because you know, with like fine wine, you know, time don't do nothing but get better with time. So I want to know. So I want to know from then till now, like, what's the difference with you? Like, what's the difference with Rochelle today versus 2 years ago when you wanted to come but you didn't come?
Okay, well, then 2 years ago, I was not fully mature. So.
Who phone on? Oh yeah, turn it down. Turn it down. Yeah.
So when it came down to me coming here, at that time it was like, okay, like what is your mission? What is your purpose to come and talk?
Right.
And I just didn't have like no purpose at that time. Like I feel like now today I have a purpose to talk. A purpose, because now I feel like I can encourage and I can reach people. Now versus in the beginning it was like, you know, like I can reach people as far as like talking about relationships, because I done been through something within a relationship, but deep down inside, like I want to be able to help somebody.
Okay.
So I think like now I have more of a purpose now than 2 years ago.
That is what's tell everybody a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Okay, well, what is it? No, it's like no, but my name is Rochelle. I am Romaraj on all social media platforms, which is TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram with the underscore at the end. I am a mother. I'm 31. The best sign in the world, Leo. I am the last child of 4 kids. I got 2 older sisters and I got an oldest brother. What else to know? I want to be an influencer. I want to be able to help reach and talk to people and just motivate people. I want to get into acting. Like, it's just a variety of things that I want to get into. And my brother from another mother, you know, he always held me up to like this standard, this higher standard, and he always believed in me, whether him and my sister was together or not, because we still communicated even when they wasn't communicating. I'm
gonna tell you something really big though, Rochelle. You and your family, whether you know it or not, is the reason why I'm still with her. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't never been biased. And if she wrong, y'all would say, Nick, you wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Right in front of her mama, be like, Nick, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, she knows she wrong. She just being a bullhead, Capricorn like we be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, but I watched you grow up. You know, from, like you said, from the 9th grade till now, you know what I'm saying? I definitely seen you turn from a girl to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my nephews too, man. She got 2 handsome sons that really take to me. I really appreciate that. Talk about them, you know what I'm saying? What's up with your sons? I see, you know, you a mother now. You wasn't a mother when I first met you.
No. Oh, gosh. I have 2 incredible little boys. And when I first got pregnant with Nehemiah, like I was 23, so I really like didn't know like what it took to be to become a mother. But I had some of the best examples to look up to and to mock off of, which is my lovely sister right here. So Nehemiah came at a time where I just really needed comfort, and that is why his name is Nehemiah.
You know what? I always wondered that because you named the other one his favorite artist name. You know what I'm saying? Nasir. Like, where did that come from?
Well, to be honest, Nasir was like very unexpected, you know, and I was hoping for a girl. So like, I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to like just pick out another Ian name, and I googled it, and that was the first Ian name that popped up.
Wow.
Nasir. And then I end up realizing that Nasir is also the rapper Nas.
Oh, you didn't know that at first?
I didn't.
No,
I didn't know that at all. So
See?
I learned that was Nasir. Right. Nasir was the rapper Nas' name, and I had the biggest crush on Nas.
Word.
So, and off of Belly, and I was a kid watching that and was like, oh, this man is just so ooh-wee.
Oh, okay, so you didn't even really know who Nas was at the time?
I knew of him, but not know him. You know
you made you go check him out, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, every time you get into this one, Carl, it's Nas playing. Hey, so that's what's up, man. Shout out to the nephews, though. So yeah, we want to talk about mental health today, man. You know, I mean, I don't really know what parts of mental health or where we start at.
I guess we'll start at your thoughts, like, you know, the way you think, you know, determine your state of being.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where we could start.
You know what? I'm looking at my son, who is clearly having some mental issues nowadays. And when I say mental, it's in him, and it's not nothing that I could control or my mama could control, and I don't know where it came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, in his head, he feels how he feels. And he don't care how nobody else feels. And I think right now, he just turned 30. I think it's starting to really affect him now.
Yeah. Because I think it's when you enter into a new age bracket, a new age genre, and you just not where you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be at 30. Like, you know, we be hoping that we at a point in our life where,
hey bro, I'm on air.
At 30 years old, it's like, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that, but it just because you don't have it now doesn't mean you can't have it. And I think the moment we get that in our mind, that even though we don't have it now, we still have the opportunity and that ability to still be able to go and get it.
Right.
You know, so.
So, do you feel like you be having mental issues? If so, when did it start, and why do you think it started?
Okay, so it all started back in March of 2022. Like I said, I never, even, you know, my family, like when I was going through it, they had no idea. Like we look at mental illness as like schizophrenic, the things that our cousin would do, like lash out. We don't look at mental illness as like anxiety and depression, and you know, like it's a really everyday struggle. You know, so it all started back in March of 2022, and it honestly happened out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere. I'm in Walmart with Bobo, my sister, and I just instantly went into a panic attack. And we really didn't know. I calmed down, and then it just started, you know, happening. By the way, y'all, this is my first time telling this story, so y'all are special.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel special because as the brother on the outside, I always have my own questions, like, what is a panic attack? Like, how does a panic attack feel?
Yeah.
You know
so it feels like you're dying. Okay. Yeah. It feels like you are dying. That's what it feels like. But so it just happened out of nowhere. We was in Walmart, and you know, I ended up calming down, ended up being able to go home and lay down, and you know, I was good for the rest of the day. And then the next day, I just was having them, and I would have them back to back, and I had no idea what was going on, like at all. Like I fell into a deep depression.
Word.
Like after going through all that, I fell into a really deep depression. Like my sisters them would come in the house and speak to me. I wouldn't even say nothing. Like I literally would just sit on the couch and just look at the wall all day because I was just so out of my mind. I had so many questions, so many like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Like I even had to question God, like, what did I do so wrong to you for me to be going through this? You know, and it was just like it was like I felt like a hamster on a wheel, and it was just constantly occurring to the point where I would go to the doctor. I literally went to the hospital every day in March.
Yeah.
Like every day in March. Like literally. I went to
And what were they saying? What were the doctors saying?
They was basically saying like, you know, it's anxiety and, you know, it's panic attack disorder and it's generalized anxiety and if you take this medicine you will be okay, blah blah blah. I literally was taking 6 different medications. And I remember the one time I took a medicine, I felt like I couldn't feel my half side of my face, so I went to the doctor again. And they like, it's just all a part of your mind. And then they gave me another medication. And this was the last medication where I told myself, I said, you know what? You is not gonna take no more medicine. You gonna figure it out. It's either you either gonna let this have you or you gonna have it. I took the medicine and it put me to sleep. And I started having them in my sleep.
Damn.
So I would wake up on my sleep having them, and then if y'all don't know my mama, but Mario know my mama, and she's a very paranoid lady. She's very paranoid. So when I seen her be so calm during that time, I'm like, Rochelle, you gotta figure it out. So what brought me out of it is 2 things that made me get up. The first thing that made me get up was my son Nehemiah. Because I remember I was having a panic attack and we called the EMS and I was sitting on the grass outside and he was behind me. And when they put me on the stretcher and about to take me to the thing, I looked back and I looked at his face and I seen he was crying. So when I seen those tears in his face, I said, okay, this is hurting my baby. So when I came out of the hospital, I sat down and I had a conversation with him. I said, Nehemiah, how do you feel when that's happening to mommy? And he said, I don't want to lose you. And when I say that had me bawling in tears, I said, you know what, Rochelle, you got to figure it out.
That's my man.
So then I end up sitting on a couch one day, and TD Jakes was on the screen on YouTube. And his saying was, you know when God about to make you a great woman by the storms and the tests that you face. And that's what made me develop a relationship with God, was the fact that he was making me a great woman. He was shaping and molding me into this great woman that he needed me to carry out throughout my 30s, because all that happened when I was 29. So I was on my way to turn 30.
So let me tell you the great woman that he was turning you to. You know what I'm saying? Because again, from the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you act like the bigger sister or the older sister, not just with her, but with Bobo too. Sometimes Rochelle leads the shit. You feel what I'm saying? And that, like you said, that might have been the woman that God was preparing you to be and be this great mother for these sons who just started. You ain't even started with them. They ain't picked up a ball or nothing yet. So when that started, that's when the mother really gonna kick in. I want to tell you on air, man, I'm proud of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw it. You know what I'm saying? And so basically with mental health and mental illness, you have to make yourself get better.
You have to make yourself get better. I think the thing here is, and I had to learn this because I had went through therapy. I did seek therapy and things like that. And she gave me tools and things to help me. But the thing here is, a lot of the times I had to figure out that what was my root? What's the root? What's the root cause of what I'm going through? Because see, the doctors are only suppressing you with medication to get rid of the symptoms.
So that means
they're not getting deep into that root. No medicine can cure that root issue.
Yeah, so that means you would have to be totally honest with yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be honest with yourself. That's the number one thing, honesty.
So what was when you think back, what was killing you the most?
What was killing me the most was, I would say, my relationship. I can be completely honest. My relationship the fact that I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be, and that's why when you spoke on, Mario being this age, like that haunts us.
Yeah.
Not being where we need to be at a certain point of our life. So I feel like that's what hurt me, and then it was so much of being like fear. You know what I mean? But like I said, I feel like God broke me down to build me up.
Yeah.
And it's not just I'm not built up right now. Like
right.
I mean, I'm still it's still a
you still working
to everything.
You're still working.
Yeah. But I think we all got to figure out the root. Like, what is the root?
Yeah.
Why am I like this?
So again, from the outside looking in, and being personal a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I want to see you move on from certain situations.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? Because again, as I describe you as a great woman, you should be treated as a great woman.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And I think, you know what I'm saying, to me that's the bigger part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Is and that's why I try to prove myself to this woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand what it is mentally we need. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do about it, Rochelle?
As far as what?
Fixing ourselves, getting better, getting out of these situations, keeping ourselves away from these type of situations.
Let me tell you something, because this community, and what I mean by this community, I mean the skin complexion. We need to stop being afraid. We are afraid of help. We are afraid of accountability.
Yes, big sister.
We are afraid of accountability.
Yes.
We are so afraid of judgment.
Yes.
But the thing here is, when you working on you, the noise around you doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
You need your name on one of these chairs. No, seriously, because I've talked about how this world is so crazy. If I went outside and I tripped off the curb, somebody want me to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Or if I went outside and my pants just dropped and I ain't have on no drawers, somebody want me to feel embarrassed or laughed at. And I never do. Like, there's nothing that I feel embarrassed about being human.
Yeah, and the thing here is how many people will help you versus how many people will laugh
at you. Yes. That part.
So and I think that's what it is, because like
that's a stat.
me being who I am as far as a black woman, like when I was going through what I was going through, my own family, people that's older than me, mind you, I'm the baby of the family. So people around me, they were clueless. Like, what in the world is she going
because you're so jolly.
Like, ain't no way, like, what is this? They even asked
the party, you know what I'm saying? She used to be the party.
Like, they asked, and, the EMS and the doctors, like, what is this? They wasn't even educated on it. So I knew after I got out of it, I had to educate myself so I can educate those around me.
Word.
Because we definitely would start running to medicine, trying to get rid of whatever we going through, and it's not the medicine that's gonna help us. It's really getting to that root.
Right.
That root is the root issue. Was I was dealing with a lot on my plate. I was a young mother, dealing with 2 kids and trying to work, trying to pay bills, trying to navigate through life, still dealing with a relationship. It was just so much on my plate that it was just, I was like my therapist told me, you were a ball of fire ready to erupt. And when you erupt, it erupts unexpectedly, and you didn't know how to handle it at that time.
Word.
So that's what it is.
So what if you was to get a panic attack today? Do you know how to handle it?
Absolutely. I'm not even gonna go that far.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna go there. It's not even gonna get that far.
So you ain't even giving it that much thought to let it go that far.
I ain't even giving that much thought.
That's what it's about.
I can't allow that to have dominion over me.
That's dope. So then we move into you fix yourself, you're doing a lot better, more vibrant, you know what I'm saying? The word, now I personally know that y'all always been a family that went to church. So let's get that out the way, you know what I'm saying? But you got closer, you started to exemplify that, like, you know what I'm saying? Something was moving through you, you know what I'm saying? Can you tell us what that was?
Yes, so when it came down to getting in a relationship with God, I'm gonna be honest, I had to get a relationship with what I knew was the only thing that could bring me out of this.
Right.
And the only thing that could bring me out of that was God. And like I said, I would start watching like different motivation people, motivating and speaking and things like that, and that brought me to
Damn, that worked for me too.
I want to be able to get in a space where even if I'm going through a struggle, I'm still at peace. And the only way I can feel that is in a relationship with God.
Right.
So I remember when I first got my job that I work at now, I was on my way from, it was April 1st. No, it was March 31st. I was on my way from work coming home, and God came to me and He said, I want you to get your family together, and I want you to start doing like a Bible study. And I cried and I said, Lord, like, I don't want that much responsibility. And He told me, He said, it's not a responsibility because I'm going to give you every blueprint of what you need.
Word.
And from that moment on, I will, every first of the month, I text my entire family, well, my immediate family, and I send them a prayer scripture, and I send them basically a dialogue on how we will go through this month, and how we will look at this month, and how we will advocate through this month. And then one day I was also praying, and He said, I want you to be an intercessor. And I had no idea what an intercessor is. Yeah, I'm 31, but I had no idea what an intercessor is. And when I went on Google and I researched it, it said basically a person that prays. And it's just out of nowhere, like I would just instantly start praying for people. Like if I'm driving, I see people at the bus stop, and I'm just saying, Lord, protect them. And like prayer just came so naturally. So everything that I went through, God was building me and setting me up for what He needs me to do now. And I tend to like look at my purpose, because we all walk around like, what is our purpose in life? But we looking at our purpose as of an overall thing. But I don't look at my purpose as an overall. And I ask God every day, what is my purpose for today?
And
Not tomorrow, but today.
Let me say this, because you really onto something. You know what I'm saying? You really onto something to a point that I think a lot of us say these things all the time.
Yeah.
I always say, what's my purpose, especially in this radio shit, you know what I'm saying, because it ain't making me rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's my purpose? But it keep calling me though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to bring Capone on into this conversation, you know what I'm saying, since we're talking about, the aspects of religion and stuff like that. What is your denomination, if you could recall?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I would say I'm a Christian, but I don't even want to go off religion because God wasn't religion. So I don't want to say that I hold a religion. I would say I'm a non-denomination, but I'm also a Christian. But yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ, nothing else. We just gonna say that.
That's all.
Hey, so this Bible study again, which I know personally was working. You know why? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with it? Why you ain't been doing it?
No, but we really been. It's been like a lot of Sundays been like a lot of like busy and things like that, and like we still do it. Like I will still text them, and let me just say this, y'all. Bible study been helping this one right here, y'all.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm glad she on camera too, and she might tell y'all some crazy dumb shit like, you know what I'm saying, I didn't like her going, or I didn't want her going, and none of that type of shit. It wasn't none of that shit.
No.
It was more so like, you got to go to Bible study. When you gonna cook? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
I juggle.
I saw it through her, through Poo Poo. Poo Poo, mama, let's go. Don't we got it today? You know what I'm saying? Now I hear it through Nakai. You know what I'm saying? So.
It even worked on the babies, and I think that is the key, because our babies are out of our sight 5 days a week, almost 8-9 hours a day, and they need to carry that with them. They need to carry the word of God and His protection with them, definitely. So I still see it work through my family and things like that, as far as their attitude and how they approach situations and things like that. So I do see that it did so good and a great impact on each and every one of us, from the older, my mama to the babies, you know.
I mean, I'm hearing like Roy, but I'm like, Roy be in it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Pops for participating. I actually tagged my dad too because, you know what I'm saying, he's a man of the word. And, you know, he used to always say, family to pray together, stay together. You know what I'm saying? So I big y'all up on that.
Yeah, I think we had to get in our mind that we needed each other. You know what I mean? And not just when we going through things. Like even when we happy, because we sit at the table and we be happy. You know, and then sometimes we sit at the table and we going through things. But all in all, like we still need each other on good times and bad times. To the point where I even brought my entire family together. No, but I had a vision about that though. Like, you know, before my grandma passed, God gave me that vision in a dream.
Do you know how hard that is though? Like,
it's very hard.
You talking to somebody that's been trying to do what you did. You know what I'm saying? So you just you get the credit, but you got to get the credit to the family too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I be angry. Cause I ain't got no pictures in the red and blue outfits or no pictures in the brown outfits. She don't never take no pictures of me.
Why you don't take no pictures of him?
Yeah. My mind be everywhere, and I'm so not used to being around.
Yeah, because it was the first for all of us though. Honestly, like we haven't came together as a family in so long. Like in years, you know.
And man, that Thanksgiving event, that was dope as hell. Y'all don't do that every year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make it bigger and better. But that was, to me, again, from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was a dope ass item. That made me mad as hell. My daughters couldn't have been there with me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Then y'all made it for the kids too. Made it some point it was for the kids too. But I mean, what we do anyway on Thanksgiving, we come together and we eat dinner. So not only do we eat dinner, we finna party with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was dope, man. Y'all need to keep up the good work on that, man. And you definitely, you know, pat yourself on the back for that, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't got too many comments, man, but people is tuning in to you. Mentally, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, you know, you great, you done. Where you at?
For today or just overall?
Overall, like
overall, I would say I'm about 8, 9.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm putting myself there and not at a 10 is because every day is something different. Okay. Every day is a learning curve. Every day I'm learning something different. And then on top of that, I am a mama, and they test. You know, they test that patience.
Oh, you got boys.
Yes, they test that patience. You know, so every day is something different, and that's that's the thing with purpose. Like when you were, to piggyback on that, when you said like you keep asking yourself like, what is my purpose with this radio?
Yeah.
You might not know that purpose overall, but each day brings you something different. Cause look, your purpose is to reach people. You know, it's we talking about mental health, and it's so many people out here doing that.
And you saw what I just had to go through to get here. That wasn't the first time I had to go through something to get here.
And that, you know what? I'm sitting in the car and I'm looking at y'all, do what you need to do, and I'm just like, the devil he do not like greatness.
Yeah.
Like, he gonna try to stop at all costs, but when the Lord step in, he gonna make it way, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
So, I definitely, man, this is something I think, see, you talking about you was going to be nervous, you know what I'm saying? See, she speak very vividly, doesn't she?
Right,
you got any questions for her?
Questions?
Nigga, it took you 2 years to sit there, nigga. You better have 100 questions, nigga.
You got personal questions.
No, we ain't got to always get personal shit. You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite color?
I don't have a favorite color, but if I had to choose a favorite color, it probably would be yellow. And the reason why it's yellow is because yellow is very bright, it's vibrant, and it just brings sunshine into the lives of the people. So,
see, is she nervous?
I like red for some of those same reasons. It's vibrant.
How about we go to Big Sis? Maybe Big Sis got a question. You got a sister for your question?
Girl?
Hold on, you caught me off guard. That's another question. Let me see. I don't know.
You ain't got no sisters for little sis?
No, right now.
Oh my God.
I mean, what?
Do y'all got some questions?
Ask questions, man. Y'all got
some questions. What's this? Facebook.
We on Facebook and YouTube.
And YouTube.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube. STN Radio on YouTube.
Oh,
I ain't got no questions right now, but I do want to say you're an incredible person.
Thank you.
I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You touched on some things where you basically have to put your mindset in a welcoming spirit and a welcoming space. So
Yes.
God's word is alive and it's breathing. So the more you open yourself to growing, the more growing you can do.
Absolutely.
So by being honest with where you at right now, the things you've been through, God is sending you the right people, the right things, and putting you in the right atmosphere.
Absolutely.
And as you continue to make better decisions because you're more conscious now in the things that you do, I'm speaking from those same things where it's just like now it's refreshing to be able to sit around somebody and you could just be quiet because you want to soak up what they give you and they energy. So that's a beautiful thing to say. After 2 years, I'm definitely satisfied to be sitting next to you. For real, for real.
I try to be encouraging and, cause I mean, like I said, I was a hot mess. Not hot mess like
I
wow.
was gonna say, describe your hot mess in your own words. How was you?
I'm gonna say this. I had the worst attitude anybody could possibly have.
She did. You
like
did.
I had the worst mouth.
Yeah.
So God had to tone me down.
Okay.
You know, that's what I mean by hot mess. Like,
and that's what we call accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had the worst attitude, y'all. Like I would say whatever come to my mind. I didn't think about people's feelings. Now I have to take caution in people's feelings. Like, you know, like you are just so fragile. You know, like we humans, we are hurt. You know, like,
we are.
Our hurts can only take so much.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? What's crazy is men. We ain't supposed to be fragile. Like, yo, sensitive ass. Like, it did hurt my feelings.
Well, I beg to differ because y'all are human.
Yeah. Right. You can't say we're not supposed to be fragile.
No, I'm talking about to these women, to these ladies. Nigga, don't cry too much in one day because you really going through something because she gonna look at you like you crazy.
Oh yeah, people.
Are you?
We've been trained since we was kids. Even now, when I'm talking to my little grandson, he always, I'm telling him certain things that he just can't cry about. You know what I'm saying? And then
like what? What can't he cry about?
Like, for one, he got a little sister. She only a year behind him, but she a little more advanced than him, and he wants to bully her sometimes. And then sometimes she don't want to take that no more. So
when she get on his ass, he want to cry.
And now he want to cry. And it's like, how you making your little sister? How you letting your little sister making you cry? Or you not being the example by understanding that you can't have your way all the time. Then they got this thing where they gotta get the same thing all the time. So if he see her with something, he instantly want to run and get it. And you know, it's just little stuff like that where it's like, no, you gotta understand your position at all times. If you gonna stand up and be the boy like you are, you know, be a leader. Don't bully her, take her stuff, or even want to play with her stuff sometimes because she got girl toys, you got boy toys. So when you letting her play with your cars and all this stuff, she wants to interact with you. But then at the same time, you being mean to her, making her cry. And then when she finally catch you on your thing, now you crying, and that's showing her that she being you being softer than her, and you crying over stuff, and you're supposed to be teaching her to be stronger and be the example sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
but I think, you know, kids, I'm also teaching our kids, and they are very emotional kids. I have to tell them it's okay to show emotions because after dealing with their father that don't know how to show emotions, he allows us to feel stuff. You could be a little, okay, don't look crazy, but because you go with it. And that's what I don't want my sons to go after holding things in because, as you can see, that was a
anybody want to call me in, feel free to. Phone number is 313 775 0810. Make sure it's one here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Who be like that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can call in, man, 313 775 0810. So, do you think kids, a lot of kids go to they suffer from mental?
Absolutely. And that's the thing, because when I was growing up and I was in school, it wasn't common. Today it's common because you got so much out here. You got social media, you got kids with cell phones and iPads and things like that. You got one
And they see other
so
kids.
forward and then the next kid is not able, so I think kids gonna deal with it more now than ever, and that's why we as parents or guardians or even just people that know these kids have to educate ourselves on this type of thing so that we can be aware when it happens.
Right.
And when it comes, you know what I mean? Like that's just like me. I could be completely honest. I feel like my oldest son deal with anger issues, and I could ask him all day, like what's going on. He's not gonna want to tell me because it's something within. I just gotta educate myself on how to handle it as far as being his mother, and what steps I'm gonna take because 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna push it under the rug. And I think that's where a lot of blacks, our race like we push things on the road. Like he'll be okay. Like sometimes he's not okay. Just because he's 6, 7, 8 doesn't mean he's okay. He's not okay.
Right.
See why he's not okay. And I think that's where we gotta, start being more, focused on is the fact that our kids don't always be okay.
Yeah.
Facts. That's big facts. So how can we, how can we make it better, or what we got to do? What's the steps we need to take?
Get help. If you can't do it, get help because help is out here. Insurance pay for it, or even if you got to pay it out of pocket, like get help. Help is free. It costs nothing to get help, even if it's not like a professional help. Get you a community of people, a group. Like they all up and down Facebook. Communities, join communities that'll help you navigate through your issues. Get you a partner, a buddy. Somebody that you could trust. And like when I was telling my sisters this, like a couple of weeks ago, like when I'm going through things, they don't even have to know what I'm going through. I don't have to say a word to them, but just being in their presence heal me. Just being in their presence. Sometimes all you want is somebody's presence and to make you feel better. They don't even have to say a word. Like just long as they're, like I could be going through things. It's amazing because me and it ain't even to tell no business, but I'm real transparent and raw, and I'm gonna be honest. Me and my sister right here with me and her was going through something one day, and out of nowhere, our other sister called us. With not even knowing that we was going through something, she called us, and when we get on the phone with her, it just changed the whole dynamic of what we was going through. So I just feel like we all need to get a group or a community of people that want to help. I'm always here to help. So if y'all want to hit me up, I'm always here to just help and encourage and inspire people, and just let them know you're not alone. You're not alone. I think the moment we figure out we're not alone, it's the moment we'll be able to not be afraid of the help that's out here, because it's some help out here.
Well,
real tough.
And Jesus is always here to help y'all. He probably don't answer right away.
For sure.
He probably don't answer right away, but trust me, he got something. He gonna respond in some way. If he don't respond by letting you know, he's gonna send somebody to respond for him.
right.
That's
That's true.
And then it's also a lot of people be afraid to read the Bible. Don't be scared to
It
read
ain't
the
about
Bible.
being afraid. It's not putting
not understanding it.
Yeah.
But the thing here is there's Bibles out here that will help you understand it.
Different translations.
Different translations, and then on top of that, if you don't understand it, all you have to do is ask God to give you the understanding that you need when you're reading His Word, and I promise you, He will.
All right.
He definitely will.
Ain't nobody asking no questions?
No.
I need to hear some answers.
Well, we about to get ready to wrap it up. This has been a good 40 minutes, man, already. You know what I'm saying? To show you how quick a show go. You know what I'm saying? You got any last words, Rochelle?
No. No, but y'all can, like I said, if y'all need someone to help y'all, hey, I'm real friendly.
Yes.
I am a breath of fresh air. I am the sweetest thing you will ever meet. So if you dealing with things and you just don't want anybody to know, you can always hit me up on Facebook. That is where I'm always at. I have a TikTok, but I only post pictures. I have an Instagram I'm barely on.
But you do. I was just finna say, but you do good. You do good on your YouTube though.
Yeah, I do have a YouTube that I plan on doing more, but like I said, I'm a mama and I work, so it's kind of hard to do so many different things. But y'all can hit me up on Facebook, and I got y'all.
Oh, my nigga Bully.
I got y'all. So
You thought I wasn't pulling up, big fella? You thought I was lying? Told you I was
Hey, I was Bully.
How you doing?
Still.
We talking about mental health, man. What you got? What's your input on mental health?
I'm crazy, bro. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That shit. What you mean?
You know, it's a lot of mental ill issues in the world today. You know, shit. My man that we ain't gonna even talk about the guy that did the shooting at Oxford. Shit, what did the mama have an issue? Did the mama have a mental issue going on too?
Yeah, it's just a long line of just issues, because you gotta even think. But I want people to stop resorting to like school shootings and like just going out here killing people and mental illness, because you have a choice when it comes down to that. Like, he had a choice. He said it. You know, like when they asked him, he said it. Like, if you could say, if I could go back, I wouldn't have did it. You knew what you were doing. Had nothing to do with no mental illness. You know, and that's just like the guys that went and shot up the parade in Kansas City. Like, them black kids, so they not gonna resort to mental illness. We juveniles. You know what I mean? Like,
I know it happened. I know something happened, but what the fuck happened?
I think it was like 5 black young boys shot up the parade, killed one lady, 11 kids was injured, and 8 other people.
Gang type shit?
We don't. It was the
They ain't talk about it as much.
They ain't talk about it. Why? You wanna know why?
Why?
Because the boys was black. Had it been white boys, and that's sad. I don't even want to be on here talking about that like that, but that's the truth though.
Right.
We don't get that light, you know, because of the color of our skin.
I think the opposite. I think they would talk about it more because of black people. Especially that's
what you would think. I heard too much about it.
That's a white people celebration. Black people don't. So the fact that they went there and did that, I feel like they'd be like the niggas, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of that should be like attention though.
I mean, I heard about it, but it ain't get my attention where I kept seeing it. So.
Plus, you think like if they bring that shit up like that, you got all the shit Taylor Swift did, it don't matter, right?
Yeah.
Well, they are already talking about taking a parade from the championship, so that's the result.
And then dog at the school, he was getting bullied, wasn't he? Wasn't they bullying him? That why he did that?
I ain't really.
Well, they was saying they was using that as an excuse that he was getting bullied at the school, but he told people that he was doing it. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't come out and say, hey, I'm about to shoot up this school, but if you put 2 and 2 together and you have an open mind, you would know that this is what he was leading us to do.
Yeah.
So, but I still don't feel like if he sat there and said if he could go back and change it, he would. That means that he knew what he wanted to do. It don't have nothing to do with no mental illness. At all.
But me as a parent, I'm saying the parents' fault now. If y'all see y'all child struggling with so many issues, because he coming home with these issues, y'all go and purchase him a weapon to what? Defend himself?
But see, the thing here is like, I think now, like, it's so many mamas and daddies want to be the friend and not the parent. And I even have to remind my kids
Well,
that
you know,
I am your mother.
But you know, on air I had these debates and these conversations about parents buying their kids guns. A lot of parents feel like you should buy your kid a gun. You should take your kid to the gun range and you should show them how to use it.
I can't wait for my oldest daughter about to learn right now.
Well, but you can also teach them the standard and the boundaries. You know what I mean? Like you just don't. Oh, I'm not buying you this gun to play with. You know what I mean? Like you gotta teach them.
Important.
Yeah. You gotta teach your
But I'm just saying,
Stay
parents
away
actually
from
go
us.
back. No, because I had asked Nick would she go buy her son a gun, and she said no adamantly. But I'm like, parents go buy their kids guns.
Well, why not though? Especially like in the
I
areas
don't
that we
wanna-
come from.
And it's better, and it's better if it's registered. It's better if it's
I'm
registered.
indulging in the violence when I do that.
No,
Like, because his
you
mind can be violent. It ain't gotta be positive with it. He can really be feeling like he wanna kill the world because he's unhappy. And I don't want that.
Well, yeah, you don't want to do it then. You don't want to do it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, I'm saying, how old is he?
think.
No, he
Ain't
20.
nothing wrong with
Ain't nothing wrong with him.
Oh man.
He's 20, but I'm saying I wouldn't go buy. If he want a gun at 20,
He in the
can go
streets
buy
like
his.
that?
No, he not.
He a cool little. He cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's like that.
Man, I mean, listen, you know, man, I don't never, well, right now, I don't never leave home without my gun. I don't.
Yeah, and I understand that. Like I thought about having me one because I'm starting to be out here in this world. Like I don't want to be caught up.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm 35, and like having the gun on you make you feel like Superman sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the issue.
Like, you gotta be able to
Distinguish
like,
the two.
yeah, you know what I mean? Because the nigga might say something to you and you got the pistol, you like, wow.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I do to
That's
you.
the issue. And you gotta make sure the person you buying it is not trigger happy.
Right.
Yeah, but
Like, for real.
usually once you got to use a gun like that, it kind of deters you from ever wanting to again. Like, if you got to use a gun to defend yourself, and it's like, if I didn't do what I did, I wouldn't be here. It started to make you stay away from shit like that. Like, bro, I'm not even, y'all niggas wild. I'm not even gonna be around y'all because I know where I'm gonna go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you start, that's like the mental part of it. But like, I feel like if we, cause just like with the school thing, right? It's like, I feel like, what's the difference between dog getting bullied and going to the school and shooting the niggas at the school that was bullying him, and you getting jumped and going home and getting your gun and coming back? Right? It's like, hey, look, bro, it's you don't never know what a person's going through, right? So they say, you treat people as if you knew it was the worst day of their life, because you don't.
I've been in a couple of situations in life where, shit, I ran home to get the gun. So.
Coming from where you come from, though, that's what it is. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, y'all got one up on me. All right, bet. But then also, too, when I was growing up, I was them people, too. Like, y'all niggas jump me, I'm going to just catch all of y'all, one by one. And just smack the shit out of everybody. But shit, hey, when you get to a certain age, the kicks hurt a little bit more, man. Like, yeah, I don't know about this, but.
Yeah, but as far as me just thinking about buying a gun for anybody, it's a no for me, because I don't want to be the cause of none of that.
Hey man, this woman watched, man, 48, was the first 48 type shit all day, dog. So she ain't trying to keep her name on nothing. Hey, they're finna say Nikki did nothing.
Nothing at all.
Hey, so
I
yeah,
don't think
man.
it's right for them to charge the parents though. I think that shit's trash.
But the parents knew. But the parents knew. She knew that he was finishing school up though.
Your parents knew your kids was bullying my kid. Your parents knew that my kid wanted to kill himself when he came home.
I kind of blame the school system because, because they should have checked him. He already had.
How many people he told before he did that? You
right. I kind of blame the school system because they wasn't doing their job as guiding this school with this child who's being picked on, because it happens so randomly that kids are picked on.
Yeah.
And their feelings are hurt. Like my sister was just talking about my nephew anger. My nephew anger come from kids in school picking on him, you know, and he lashes out. You know, he don't show his he don't be violent with it, but shit, he's mad about it, and I just feel like it's the school system.
I think
the school.
I think it started at home too. Like,
That's what I was about to say.
we got to teach our kids how to be nice. You know, like not every kid, and I mean it goes in one ear not the other because they kids, but not every kid gonna have what you have, or you're not gonna be able to have what the next kid have. You still have to be nice.
Yeah, well, I feel like Nakai is a nice kid, but by her being around mean kids, they have brought her niceness out of her. Like she's mean now.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's what you show your kids, right?
Yeah.
No, man. You know what?
My kids talk about each other because they see their mama talk about them. So then my youngest daughter will talk about my oldest daughter because her mama might have said like, you need to go take a bath or why you stink or who's
yeah.
And so then I feel like when my older daughter get in school and she like, shit, I'm kind of privileged. My parents got a little bit of money. You ain't got it, and you ain't got it, and you ain't. It's like that. It's the transference. Because, you know, energy can't be.
Nakai one day at home, you know, again, I'm always say from the outside looking in, you'll never know what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But you was like, Nakai, you got in trouble in school, and you did this, and why you did? And Nakai said very calmly, she be hitting me. You know what I'm saying? And you was just like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because when she got in the car, she was in trouble for real. She said, Mommy, she be hitting me.
Yeah, and I had to, you know, like go into like stop always being on the fence towards my son, and really, and what showed me that was when I had to go up to the school and get to the bottom of why only one child was disciplined and another child wasn't. Because what y'all not going to do is pick on him.
Right.
Or what y'all not going to do is make him feel like he the villain and he can't defend himself.
Right.
Because he's most definitely going to be able to defend himself.
Right.
Because that's what I'm going to teach him, to defend himself. But you defend yourself in a way where, you know, you're going to get in trouble, but you're not going to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, if a guy, like I had to explain to the principal, if somebody was to walk up to you and push you, what would you do? As an adult, you mean to tell me you about to go and tell the mama or tell whoever the next adult around? No, you're not. You're going to defend yourself because that is what that's what all you know is to defend yourself. Right. You're not thinking about the teacher that's standing in the corner or the other lunch aide that's standing over there. This boy done walked up to you and pushed you, so now you got to defend yourself. Right. Look at it like that. Stop just going to, okay, well, he should have went and told her door. No, he did. His reaction was, I have to defend myself. Because that is what I'm being taught.
Right.
Not that I need to go and tell an adult. Right. And she like, well, yeah, you're right. Because what would you do if somebody pushed you? Come on now, like, we can't just think because they kids, like, they supposed to have this analogy and they supposed to just be like, okay, well, let me go and tell so-and-so. Right. Well, who would you tell as being an adult? Oh, so-and-so just pushed me. No, you about to push her back.
And to your point even further, like they tell the kids you can choose your own sex at whatever age you want to.
Yeah.
You can choose if you like girls or boys at whatever age you want to. Yes, you can make all these adult decisions, but then you're supposed to be in a child's place when somebody doing something that's adult-like to you. Right, my mama told me, if you push me, I'm pushing it back.
Right. Yeah.
You big enough to push me, you big enough to get pushed back. If I could choose my sex, you shouldn't have shit to say to me about nothing else.
Right.
Like I can tell you I'm a girl and I'm a boy. Oh, well then what else we got to talk about?
That's true.
You put all the power in our hands and then tell us, well, hey, go talk to your mom and daddy about how you defend yourself. Like, I'm making damn time decision.
Yeah. Right. Like I'm defending myself, but that's all I know how to do. Because then it's like, okay, when he get in school with his brother, and his brother need him to defend himself, he's going to be a little skeptical. He's going to be like, dang, I got in trouble from defending myself. I'm getting in trouble for, like, no, you defend yourself. And that's exactly what I told the principal. Not trying to be that type of mother, because I already know how white people look at black mothers and black fathers. Not even just trying to be there, but like I had to explain to her, if somebody was to push you, what would you do? If she couldn't even answer it, because that's right. Like, if somebody was to push you, what would you do? You not thinking to go tell.
Right.
Like, nobody is thinking to go tell. Oh, so-and-so pushed me. No, you want to handle it yourself. Handle it to the best of your ability, if anything. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But will I buy my kids a gun? I want to buy a Nerf gun, okay?
Would you let them learn how to
I will let them learn. I actually will let them learn it, and they will always know a boundary. Like, this is not something that you use just to play with. This is something that you use to defend yourself in a defensive situation.
Also let them know, like, this don't make you God.
No.
I'm telling you that.
Man, y'all call in, man. Holla at Rochelle, man. She in here talking that stuff today. Hey, she was nervous coming. I'm nervous.
Hey, look, I just said that, but I really don't be nervous because I'm not a shy person at all.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, I knew it.
How you know, nigga?
Because I be in, I talk to
you. I knew.
Way too much confidence. Yeah, I'm a Taurus too, though. So like Taurus, Leo, they got that like.
Yeah, well, then we very confident. Like we be thinking we the. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, we the shit.
No, I can't cuss on here after talking about God, cause this one really think like I'm a pastor or something.
Hey, so what we gonna put together? We need to put something together. You know what I'm saying? A regular show or situation. Maybe we call it Axe Raw. I don't know, but we need to put something together.
Row was my thing for the longest, but it's Row Mirage now. Like, I just want to be settled and yeah. But y'all can call and talk to me. I don't bite. Y'all can ask questions on here. These 4 people.
Hey, Dad, we on air. What's happening? Hold on, y'all.
Oh, okay, no, I'm just checking in with you, man. Just put me out.
Well, no, I wanted you to since you on air, I got Nikki's sister in here, Rochelle, and we talk about mental health. That's why I asked. That's why I went on the answer, because I know you. All I gotta do is put you on the floor. You gonna say something.
Concerning mental health.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things, it's funny you talking about this because I just realized something myself that people, when it comes down to mental health, we think, and especially in our culture, because I'm African American, that is kind of voodoo, to be able to get access, And so when I think about it, when I think about this kind of environment, that sometimes we want more for other people than they want for themselves, and we try to share this information with them. It's like, to me, trying to push one wet noodle up a hill rather than around with 100 people that's like-minded. And that's how we are when it comes to mental health. We won't seek it. We won't get help. And it's because we don't understand the information about how important it is, not necessarily for somebody to you to share all of your business with somebody or something like that, but more important is to let it out. To let it out, because what we don't realize, we've gone through so much in our lives, and we've had so many experiences, so much pain that we are living with, that we're literally carrying with us each and every day, which we don't understand. The power in that is that we use that information to be able to gain understanding from other people. So when we get ready to answer a simple question, we think back about something that somebody hurt us or something that happened to us, when we really should have been discussing that, getting clarification on that before we made the decision or before we start talking about it. So in other words, we're carrying a suitcase around with us every day concerning mental health, like we're going on a trip, when in fact we're not going anywhere. We're just carrying a suitcase. And so what we want to do is, just like we do a computer or anything other system that becomes overloaded, we delete it. So we're carrying all of this stuff in our psyche, and which has a lot of bearings on us being able to think clearly, to be at peace, to understand ourselves. I'll be transparent. I'm actually seeing a therapist myself right now. Right now. And I was the first person who said, I don't need a therapist. Why would I need a therapist? I was literally trying to encourage somebody else to come go with me so we can help ourselves, right? So I told the lady, well, since I'm here, we might as well talk. But I don't really need a therapist. Months later, years later, I'm still going there because she said, you know what? You're borderline, as bright as you are, as positive as you are, you're borderline depressed. And I'm like, depressed? up in anger. It comes up in a fuss. It comes up in a fight. It doesn't come up in a normal setting where you're able to sit down and have a intellectual conversation. So, I saw a few weeks ago our own one of the greatest stars ever, one of my favorites, Henson, Taraji, who came to the world and said, "Hey, listen, I'm an actress and I've got millions of dollars. She said, but I had dark days I did not understand. But if my father had not told me that it was such a thing as therapy and he was having mental issues, she said she would not know which way to go. So she's now helping a lot of black colleges, her and her best friend, helping black colleges get therapy on site in black colleges and doing things to help people get freed up. So it's an area I think we definitely need to get our people more connected to. Because I've had some relatives say to me, "Well, how's that working for you?" Well, I tell you what, be able to share with somebody how you feel and let it go at that, and not have to argue back and forth about it, is relieving. It takes pressure off you. You feel good about yourself versus not having all this inside you. Write it on a piece of paper, say it out loud, go to a mountain, speak it out loud. Main thing is to get it out. We have got to get this stuff out. So I'm glad to be on. Hopefully that helps someone. I know being transparent as well as translucent, which a lot of times people do not be. We're so private. We're a private. We're a private person, but we're public. We're failing in public, but we're private. We're success. Excuse me. We're succeeding in public, but we're private failure. And that's what Taraji was. Her girlfriend was like, "Oh, you the baddest black girl ever." She said, "Yeah, but some days I just don't feel like I got it."
Right.
And so that's what we're talking about.
Hey man, I appreciate you, man. Everybody was listening to you, man, and I recorded it.
All right, fantastic. Well, we got more coming. For those who are listening, Faith Through Vision, I'm the creator for a digital master of Faith Through Vision, and we're excited about, for the folks who don't know me, I'm Agent 007, KP 007. So I want to put a plug in to have people start listening to what I'm talking about, Faith Through Vision, because as we go into 2024, people have already tagged it more in 2024, but I'm asking the question, what is it that you want in 2024?
Right.
So I want to be able to share that vision out there in the masses. Coming your way. We're coming to get you. We're coming to get you. We're coming to get you and coming to get you. Thank you, sir.
All right, Dad.
Take care.
And that's how your relationship been like your whole life and shit? Or did y'all go through like one of them rough patches?
I mean, we had rough patches, but the thing I can say about me and my dad relationship is I've never disrespected him. So, you know what I'm saying? Like how my son be, acting a little ill sometimes. I ain't really never act like that with him. And he always been that, my dad gonna preach to me, he gonna lecture me, you know what I'm saying?
You ever felt like your dad, you ever felt hurt by your dad?
Of course,
like,
of course.
To the point to where you felt like you couldn't even fuck with him anymore?
Of course. I had motherfucking years I ain't talked to this nigga.
Me? Shit.
Because I see it in a lot of guys, boys, other than girls,
No, I'm one of them niggas, my dad died when I was 17. So, shit, and then I probably was around my dad a lot from like 0 to 10, but I am a rebellious ass. I don't listen to nobody. Like, if it don't come from whatever I call it, the Most High, or y'all might call it God or whatever, but if it don't come from that to me, if I don't get the cue or the inspiration or the urge to do some shit, I'm not doing it. So my dad kind of like iced me out when I was young, like when I was like 10, and then he went to jail when I was like 15, got out when I was 17, he died. So, shit.
When you not to cut you off, but when you say you was rebellious, I was semi-rebellious.
That's what
I could listen to you, but I don't gotta do what you said though.
Right. I'm a see how I fit into what I already feel. Right. And if it don't kind of make sense to me, if I can't make it mesh with what I got going on, I ain't fucking with it. And I've been that way since I was a kid. Like I'm talking about, bro. I probably got put out the crib when I was 8, just for shit like that.
Right.
Nobody not fucking with you. What you talking about? You think you can do it yourself? Go do it. But I was always like, shit. All right, you put my little Snoopy bag at. Shit, I'm gone. Right. And so then you get to the point to where you get a label and shit. So I always felt I'm an only child. It was just me and moms for the most part. And then shit, yeah, I went around my cousins and like, so my dad family from Inkster and my mom family from Romulus, right? So if I'm with my moms and them, they all light skinned and shit. I'm dark skinned, so it's like you ain't good enough to be over here. But then when I go to my dad's crib, they like you too good. You know what I mean? It's like the Drake line when he like, and I ain't acting tough or I'm not black enough, and because I ain't acting tough, I'm making stories about where I'm actually from. You know what I mean? Like, so you get that, and so then you having an identity crisis. Like, damn, am I a fucked up person or am I?
Facts.
You know,
mental. That's the mental health shit.
Right. So you like, then you like, fuck everybody. I'ma just however it feel to me. That's where I'm going with it. And shit. That's why I can't keep people around me now. They be like, this nigga you think you know everything. Can't nobody chill.
And you know what?
But I'm successful though. Like, bitch, you ain't successful. I'm doing what you want to do.
You know what? In the last few months, I could say I've been having some mental issues where I thought I was mentally weak, but I really wasn't. But it was a thought. Like, I'm thinking that I'm mentally fucked up. Like, I'm fucked up right now.
Where you get the thoughts from?
Being fucked up.
That ain't what you like. Nah, people said that to you. Like,
I'm talking, when I say fucked up, you might be waiting on a check that ain't coming. You might be trying to cop some wheels that you ain't got yet. So I'm saying some days be harder than other, but like I said, it be a thought though. It don't be that you actually mentally fucked up. It be a thought that you mentally fucked up.
So let me ask you, is that rooted in inadequacy?
Huh?
Are those thoughts rooted in inadequacy?
No, because you know what? I feel like, first of all, there's nothing wrong to see the real of what's going on. Like let's say for instance, if you owe a light bill and you trying your best not to be stressed out about it, it's nothing real to notice that you owe the light bill. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times for me, which brings me to the spiritual religious side of it, they always say, you know, it might not come on time. How I go?
Might not come when you want it,
but it's always on time. You know what I'm saying? You know, many days I've been like, man, I can't make my rent. Damn, I ain't got no money. And then, bam, I'll make $1,000 in one day. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we got to learn how to control these mental thoughts.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off.
I mean, especially like with this one. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously, because it's a mental thing. She made me really realize that it's a mental thing when men fight women. Because she'd take you there. But it's nothing in me gonna make me fight this woman. But she will take you there. So I'm talking about all the people in life who's been taken there and they didn't handle it mentally well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about mental illness and mental sickness. That's part of a mental sickness. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had me watching all kind of shit. I'd sit there and watch for hours too. Motherfuckers did 48 hours and crime stories, and she could tell you everything that's crime-wise. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot of mental shit going on around us. You know what I'm saying? And all those stories be the same. They were so happy, and then he just changed.
Yo, I mean, we got a cousin, you know, that if you would have seen her, you would have knew he would have killed her. You know what I mean? Like, honestly. So I think it's all about power. Like, we don't know how much power we have. I had to, like, really elaborate on this when I was telling somebody. You never know how powerful the accelerator in a car is until you start to press it. And that's how our thoughts are. You know, you never know how powerful you can take control of your thoughts until you have to press them, until you have to get rid of them, until you have to put them on. And the best way to get rid of those thoughts is to honestly put them on paper. Why am I thinking about suicide? And I bet you if you realize why you're thinking about it, you won't commit it.
And what about this? How is this stat? Of people that have thought about suicide but never went with it.
Never went with it because it's the.
Like how many? How high is that? How high is that stat?
It's not that high.
7.9 billion people have thought about killing themselves.
7.9. Like I'm saying, it's high. It's up there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like question their being here. Like
if a person tell you they never thought about killing themselves, they lying, bro. They lying. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care bro, that shit come with stress.
Well, you know what?
You always think about the other way out, the easier way out, and I think everybody always have that easier way thought.
Now I'm gonna be honest, mentally speaking, I can't understand rich people that want to kill themselves.
What you mean?
Because it's not so much about the money.
I don't know. What is it about then? You got all the money. What is it about?
Right.
Look at
they spirit ain't right.
He bought it on himself though.
But imagine if all that shit that he really did came out, boy, probably kill himself.
He bought it on himself. He don't get no pass.
Some of them might not be good people.
Huh?
You never know what these people are behind closed doors.
Or we never know like what actually
got money
demons they fighting. You know, because I think a lot of we all fight some demons.
Facts.
Like daily, you know, so
Rich or poor.
Money don't change those
Even
things.
if at the least a person that
We gotta stop attaching the money to our life. That doesn't make the status of you
and
as
then
a
we
human being.
can look at it like, oh, these people rich, they got on Gucci, Louis, Balenciaga, but really broke as hell, and that's why, you know, all that mental illness is coming up, because it's like, dang, I look good, but I got on all this money, but my bank account is really crying, you know?
That shit fucked up. And at the very least, a nigga would be fucked up because he can't help everybody.
Yeah.
Right? You think about it like that. A nigga could be a really good person and like, damn, bro, I can't help the niggas in my hood the way I want to. These niggas getting locked up, they killing each other still, and shit make me feel like what the fuck I got this money for if I can't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man, it's been a great, you know, see how fast 2 hours ago? We're going to go around the room with our last thoughts, man. We're going to start with you, Bully, since you was the last one. You got any last thoughts on mental illness?
I think if you need help, go get it.
Please. Point blank, period.
Like, shit.
I mean, how do you know if you need help, though?
Because, listen, all right, real simple, real quick story. You will know about how you reacting. Listen, I had a situation. A nigga hit my car a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And, bro, when I tell you, it took everything in me not to beat dog. I still caught a charge because I was really about to fuck dog up. And it was just off the strength of the fact that the nigga just disregarded my shit like it wasn't shit. But then I had to realize, like, mentally, you stuck in an environment where the environment you come from, in your mind, that's cause for you to fuck a nigga up, right? You got the car, you got whatever the fuck it is, and you thinking only from the materialistic realm. That's when you know, like, you need help. And those type of situations, you probably about to beat your girl up, you about to beat your kids, like, you whooping the fuck out your kids, like, you doing shit that's like, you telling yourself, like, bro, that shit not, like, I remember I whooped my daughter one time, like, I mean, not one time, I whooped her a lot of times, but it was one time that I felt like I went too far. That shit really hurt me more than it hurt her. And that's when I started going to therapy and shit, like, okay, I gotta, because when I was a kid, I got fucked up like that. Like, my mom used to, like, my mom.
So basically, she deserved a whooping, but because you was angry, it was worse.
You probably don't even deserve a whooping. It's the perception of the fact that I had to come to your school. They put you out of school. I had to come get you from the school. I'm not even thinking about the shit you might be going through. Me and your mama argued last night. I've been gone for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? That's on me to be like, nah, you angry enough to go that far with your kid. What you teaching her? Right? So that means when she get old enough, she might run into a nigga, he mad as hell, he beat her ass, and she like, oh, it's cool because my dad. And then when I find out I'm ready to kill the nigga, but she like, no, I really, because you get mad. And also, as a man, like, personally for me, knowing that I was raised around mostly females, you start to realize that you be acting like a bitch. And you need to go and reparent yourself. You need to go and sit down with somebody that's like, look, bro, right? Because men don't act out emotionally like that. You get beat the fuck up by your mama because she in pain for some shit. She ain't even whooping you because of what you did. So now you thinking on that same level, like, damn, that was an emotional reaction. I went too far and I need help. If you can't be self-aware to be like, oh, this ain't some normal shit, then shit, I don't know. But if you are self-aware, go get you some help, man. It ain't nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody about how you feel. Or at the very least, writing that shit down, like she was saying, writing it down, getting that shit off your heart, and letting that shit be what it be. Like, shit, because otherwise you gonna self-destruct.
Yeah, definitely.
Nick, you got any last words?
I don't. I enjoyed the show. You know, I don't even come outside.
Let me not be the only reason she come outside. Cause she got some stuff, you know. She got something.
Capone, last words on mental health.
It's just involvement. You got to take daily self-inventory and coming to the understanding that God already got our life and our purpose wrote and called out for us. So learn to stop living by expectation and instead organically and in signs and wonders and your gifts. And like everybody said, you gotta get help if you not feeling good. One of my main things is, like I said, with self inventory. When you wake up, you know how you feel soon as you get up.
Yeah.
So if you ain't thankful immediately for your breath and wanting to praise God for even waking up today, that was a gift in itself. So then you gotta know that if your energy ain't bad, your first reaction to that should be wanting to combat it. If you feel sick, you go get medicine. If you feel like you need the doctor give you instructions, you done broke your leg or something, it's certain things to recover that leg so it can heal. You can't continue walking on it. You gotta elevate it now. You gotta keep it wrapped. You gotta do things. It's a procedure and a process. And growth does take time. So we have to stop overwhelming ourselves with life. God said be in the world but not of it. You know what I'm saying?
So Rochelle, take us home.
It's not easy at all. But I just want to leave y'all with the fact that y'all have the power and the authority to control anything that life throws at you. That's the best part about God, is that He gave us the power to have dominion over every living thing, including ourselves. So just take control, take your power back. It's two scriptures that I always will meditate on, and the first one is 2 Timothy 1:7, and it tells us that God did not give us the spirit of fear. So why do you have it? Why do we hold on to it? Why do we allow it to control us? But He did give us the power, love, and a sound mind, which is self-control. So we just got to utilize the gifts and the promises that God gave us. And then the second scripture is Jeremiah 29:11, where He promised us that hope in that future. So you just got to know that you got a purpose, you got a promise, and you got a plan, and God gave it to you. So just, walk through life with your head held high, keep that chin up, and just conquer. You're gonna have a lot of ups and downs, a lot of bumps along the road, but you got a God that's gonna help you through it all. And I'm just encouraging y'all to not let mental health overtake y'all, overpower y'all. Just keep pushing and keep thriving. And if y'all need help, just get it. Like I said, my Facebook page is Rochelle, so just follow me, and I'm always here to help anybody. Thank you, bro, for giving me the opportunity to let my voice be heard. I am so grateful and thankful for this opportunity. And I just really hope that this has helped somebody. I will do it. You don't have to be alone. I got you, God got you, and we'll do it.
Hey man, even on that note, man, I want you to go ahead and just get this road show going on. We get on the phone and get some people that can chop it up with us, it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? And man, that's a wrap, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even talking about my mental health, but the fact is, we all got a little mental issues. So, I thank you for coming in and opening up that, you know what I'm saying, man? Thanks, shout out to my father who called me, man. That excites him, you know what I'm saying? The fact that he gets to be, included, and like I said, he gonna run the social media side of things, so, he's kind of really excited about that. Thanks to everybody coming in, shout out to my man Woody, man. I'm on my way. Phone in the building. Hey, man,